Prasanth is this Indian scholar, my dude. He's like, he's trying to become a material scientist, like PhD, and he's like, I gotta study, like, all the time. And so what happens is, Prasanth and I are just like, we're pretty chill, and I'm just like, yo, Prasanth. Well, he introduced me to all of my current friends because all these girls, like, he's from Malaysia, so he had this Malaysian group, and there's all these girls, and now they're all my friends. So we all decide, okay, let's drink and go out. And so I'm just I'm just like, all right, yo, Prasanth, yo, you know what? If you take 10 shots, I will call you the machine. He's like, oh, the machine. And I was like, yeah, yeah,
It
dog.
sounds like the machine from the Russian machine.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I'll call
It
you the
sounds about
machine.
the
And he's like, okay, all right, I got you. And I'm just like, all right, Prasanth. And so this man takes 11 shots that night. 11 shots when we're pre-gaming, and they're supposed to go to a club. I was kind of tired, so I didn't want to go to this club because it's a nightclub. And I was like, all right, I'm not going, guys. And they're like, oh man, they all these girls throw a fit. And I'm just like, nah, I'm not going to that. I was like, yo, take Prasanth in my spirit. And so Prasanth, by the way, here's what happens with Prasanth while he was drunk. So Prasanth, he was like, guys, I'm not drunk. I can prove it. And he gets on the ground and starts doing push-ups. So he's done like 6 push-ups, and then he's like, oh my god, I can't do it. And we're like, oh no, he's gonna puke. He's like, no, my arms hurt. He's like, can I get some water? So my friend Jennifer gets him some water, and he looks at Jennifer and he's like, I've never been given water by a pretty girl before. Like in his fucking Indian accent, like, I've never been given water by a pretty girl. And she's like, just take the damn water. And he's like, oh my god, thank you. And he's drunk beyond his mind. I can't blame him. And so I'm just like, all right, Prasanth, don't go to the nightclub. I looked at Prasanth and Minori specifically. I was like, Minori, Prasanth, don't go to the nightclub. You guys have had too many shots. Just come back and just go to sleep. I was like, Minori, you can just sleep on my bed. I'm probably just gonna play video games all night if you do that. Just come back and sleep. And Minori and Prasanth are like, nah, I'm a grown human being. I can go to this nightclub. And I was like, oh boy, here we fucking go. And so here's what happened. The best part is now, because I will tell you in chronological order what happened, not what I know what happened. In chronological order, Prasanth gets into the car and he literally sits in the very back seat and he's like dying because his stomach hurts, and he's like putting his hands forward into the seat in front of him. He's like, Natasha, hold my hands, please. Hold my hands. And then Natasha's like, oh, okay, Prasanth. And then she holds his hands for him. He's like, thank you, I feel so much better. And then he starts crying. He's like, oh, because Natasha like gets around and she has sex with a lot of guys. So Prasanth's like, I'm sorry, my dick isn't big enough. Like Wonka, as Natasha's just hearing this shit. She's like just holding his hands, like hearing a drunk man saying this. He's like he actually said this. And he's like, I'm sorry, I don't have an 8-inch dick. I'm not good enough. I was like, and she's like, okay, it's okay, Prasanth, just stop talking. And he's like, no, Kenji has an 8-inch dick. And it's because this Kenji guy that we're talking to, he has a pretty big dick. But anyways, that's
Holy
irrelevant
shit,
to the
8
story.
inches?
Yeah, he's
Jesus
Japanese
Christ.
with an 8-inch. I was like, fuck. Anyway, that's
Dude,
irrelevant
he's
to
gonna
the story.
break Japanese women.
He's half white too, because his last name's Johnson. Get it? See, anyways.
That's a big ass dick.
It's
He's gonna
big.
break people with that. He's gonna break people.
Yeah, and then Prasanth is like, I'm sorry, I'm not big enough. And then they finally arrive at the night. And so they're all in line to get into the club, right? And Minori collapses because she's had too
Oh
many
my
shots.
god. Why is she
And
always collapsing?
the bouncer looks at her like, and my friend Cheryl's like, oh no, she's picking up Prasanth. No, everyone else except Cheryl is picking up Minori. And Cheryl is tending to Prasanth because Prasanth is like pacing back and forth, like, Cheryl, I can't do this, Cheryl. What do I do? And she's like, what's wrong? Are you okay? And he's like, oh my god, I can't do this, Cheryl, I can't do this. And she's like, oh my god, she thinks it's because he's never been to a nightclub. He's like getting like antsy and like super like nervous, and she's like, no, no, it's okay, you'll be okay. And he's like, no, I need her pee. And so she's like, oh my god, Prashant, go like down the street and pee in like an alleyway trash can or something. Just pee. And and guess what he does? He's like, okay, and he runs down the street, and Cheryl turns around, and then he runs back, and he's like, Cheryl, and she's like, what? What's up? Did you go pee? He's like, I peed. And she's like, okay, get in line. He's like, and she's like, why? And he's like, I peed in my pants. Someone just died. Yeah, so he pees in his pants, right? And he's like, I don't know if I want to go back into the nightclub. And she's like, oh my god. So Cheryl's so nice. She's so nice. She calls an Uber for him to come back. And then she calls me. I'm playing video games on my computer. I think I was playing fucking StarCraft on my computer. And I get a call, and I'm just like, okay, I answer it. And I'm like, hey, what's up, man? Everything going good? Anything go wrong? And she's like, everything's going wrong. Minori just collapsed. And then she's like, but here's the real problem. Prasant is coming in an Uber back to you. And I was like, okay. And she's like, he's peed his pants. And I was like, I don't know who you're talking about. Yeah, we're breaking up. Damn, I'm going in a tunnel. Sorry. And I actually did that. And I just hung up, and she texted me, love you. Thanks. Take care of Prasant for us. Love you. Thanks. And I was like, and I was like, fuck this. And I started another game of StarCraft. So after the game of StarCraft, I win, and I'm just like, all right. No, I lost, and I was like, god damn it. I was like, god, now I started just like, I got up, and I was like, oh wait, I was supposed to get Prasant or something, and I was like, eh. And I like go out of my room, and I'm in the dormitory hall, right? And I just look down the hallway, and I see Prasant like puking in front of the bathroom door, and I'm just like,
Wait.
like,
Oh no.
what's up?
Yeah. No, keep going.
Yeah, he's just puking in front of the bathroom door. I was like, oh my god. I was like, and then I remember Deadpool 2 is like, be a hero. And I shout down the hallway, Prasad, get the fuck back over here! Because that's the line of action I chose to do. Because there's an RA in every hall, but it doesn't matter to me. Prasad, get the fuck over here! He's like, Nacho, I peed my pants. I was like, get the fuck over here right now! He's like, oh my god. And then he like waddles over to me because his pants were halfway down. Like Monka has. And then he comes, I get
Big
into
dick
the room,
energy.
and I'm like, okay, we safe.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, Prasant, clean yourself up or something. And he's like, okay. And he takes his pants off and then collapses on the ground. All right. Now, he's having one hell of a time. I told him not to go. Okay, this is where the story has pictorial representations too. Okay, so let's see. This was him before he came into the room. No, before he took his pants off. Right when he came into the room, this was him.
What the fuck?
All right, and then, oh no, then he put his pants back on. He put his pants back on, and then he picked up his shoe and puked in his shoe.
That's so ew.
Like Monka, that shoe he's holding right there is he puked in. All right, and then, oh, you know that Mickey Mouse Clubhouse? This is something special that we'll save for later. Yeah, like that's his only pair of shoes. Just remember that. And so then I'm like, okay, Prasad, and I take him to puke in the bathroom, and he pukes. I think he just heaves in the bathroom a bunch, and then he comes back inside of the dorm, and he's like, I don't know what I don't feel so good, Nacho. I was like, oh my god, if you need to puke, I gave him a plastic bag. He threw it away, and then he fucking peed in his laundry basket.
Oh. Oh.
I always wanted to pee in my laundry basket.
Kevin, why do you sound so
So
tired?
he couldn't puke. He couldn't puke. in the toilet, right? He couldn't puke in the toilet. And then he's like, Nacho, did I just pee in my laundry? Oh, and then he's like looking in his laundry basket, like, oh no, I did pee in my laundry basket. And I'm just still playing video games. I started playing something else, like something I could pause just in case he dies. And I'm looking back at him, and he's like he's scounging in his laundry basket, and he's like, and I'm just like looking at him, and I just start hearing, and then this is what ensues.
Oh.
And then he pukes in his laundry basket, right? So after puking in his laundry basket, he then pukes on the floor. so, so his laundry basket, the floor, and his shoe has puke in it. And so then he then proceeds to go on his bed, and I was like, no, you don't get to go on your bed. You're gonna puke on your bed. He's like, no, but I'm okay, Nacho. I swear to God, I'm fine. Like, I'm good, dog. And like most believable top 10 believable anime statements. I'm just like, all right, fine. You go on your bed. You do whatever. I'm done with you. And so, cause like afterwards, I had to deal with Minori. And that girl is a completely separate story that we'll get to. We'll get there. All right, we'll get there. But then Prasad. So the next morning, this guy wakes up and he's like, "Oh my gosh, oh Nacho, that was a wild night." And I'm on the fucking I'm on the fucking floor sleeping. I was like, "What? You fucking said what, mate?" And he's like, "Oh man, I'm gonna go for some breakfast." I was like, "Yeah, let's go for breakfast, dude." So I get ready. I just put my shoes on. And I go, and he puts his shoes on.
Oh.
Come on, guys. And he's like, "Yo, I feel," because the puke's all dried up. He's like, "I feel something in one of my shoes, Nacho." I was like, what is this? And he takes his shoe off, and he's like, I don't see anything. And then he smells it, and he fucking he smelled his shoe, and that caused a gag reflex to puke again. Cause he smelled dried puke. He puked again. This is about the time
Oh
Minori
my.
wakes up, and she's like, she looks at the scenario, and she goes back to bed. She's like,
Yeah, I
nope.
would.
She's like, nope, I don't deal with this shit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wait.
and then he went to
Neppy,
sleep.
I'm not. Wait, Neppy, do you know the Timber story? Did I ever tell you the Timber story?
Nope. All these stories are new to me, dude.
Wait, I think like half this chat knows the Timber story.
Oh, the
Alright, let me
timber
see.
story? Yeah.
Yes, the Timber story. The famous Timber story, the best story that I got. Yeah,
Huh?
okay. So this is the Timber story. So I'm in my freshman year of college, of course, and we live in a dorm, right? Not a suite, a dorm. So it's it's one room that we all share. We don't have our own bathrooms. We have a bathroom for each floor. So the way that I share my room is I share it with two other roommates, and we have one bed that's by itself and then one bunk bed. I'm on the bunk bed at the very top. Now, if I could, I'd draw you a picture of what the room looks like. But what you need to know is that I'm on top of the bunk bed. My dresser is right up against my bed, and then my other roommate's bed is right up against on the other side of the dresser. It is 3 in the morning. I am asleep, and I am slowly being caressed by my bed. I have one of those nice Tempur-Pedic beds, and my bed was just moving, and I was like, "Oh, this feels real nice." Like I'm like half awake because I'm like starting to wake up. I'm like, "Wow, my bed is just moving, and it's nice being just moved around in this really soft blanket and really soft bed." I look over, and I see this girl getting fucking rammed, and then it takes like a good like 30 seconds to realize that this is not a porno. This is my roommate smashing a random girl that I've never seen in my life. So he's there he's literally just ramming her. Like it is fucking it like now that my senses are turning on, I can actually like hear like fucking busting. It was crazy. It was fucking hilarious. So I look over. I look at John. His name is John. My other roommate is sleeping at his girlfriend's. So I look at John. I'm like, hey, John. He goes, and he's drunk as shit, and she's drunk as shit. And he turns around and goes, "Oh, hey, Kevin, how you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm doing pretty good. How are you?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm doing all right." And I was like, "All right, man." He said, am I bothering you, man? I feel like I'm interrupting your sleep. And I'm like, "Nah, you good." So I start getting off, getting like out of bed. He goes, "No, no, 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 no. Stay in bed. It's fine. I'll take you somewhere else." He picks her up, brings her to my closet, and then fucks her in my closet.
What the fuck, bro?
Now the problem is, my dad's guitar is in the closet, and I hear the guitar fall because I hear the strum, and then I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna have to leave." So I climb off down the bunk bed. I start walking to the front door. Now the front door is across my bed, and on the left and the right side of the bed of the door itself has two closets. One is my other roommate's, Colton's, and then the other one's my closet. And John is currently in my closet, which is on the left. So I'm walking towards the door. My door swings open. The girl literally falls out of the closet. She's on the ground. My nigga John goes, timber, falls on top of her and starts fucking her on the ground in front of the door. He is my current obstacle of getting from in this room to out of this room. And they're both my roommates are football players, so they're taller than me. Like I'm 5'10" and they're like 6'2", 6'1". So you just imagine this big guy just fucking this girl on the ground in front of the door, by the way. So I can't get past them. So I tell John, "Yo, John, let me just get out this door." He goes, "Oh, okay." He picks her up in mid smash and proceeds to smash her back on the bed. I open the door. I walk out. It is 3 a.m, and I notice that my neighbor's room is like the lights are still on. So I knock on her door. I'm like, "Hey, Megan, can I sleep in your room?" She goes, "Yeah, you can just use my bed." And so I sleep in Megan's room, and Megan goes, Why do you need to sleep in our room?" I was like, "Do you not hear the monster that is in my room?" So I bring her out, and he hears her, like the other girl, fucking screaming. Like she's getting demolished in there. So Megan goes, "Oh, okay, that's no problem. You can sleep with me tonight." I'm like, "Great." So I sleep in Megan's bed. I wake up the next morning. I'm scared to see what the fuck happened in my room. So I get up out of my room. I walk to my door, and I see Colton down the hallway, my other roommate who stayed at his girlfriend's. He goes, Why did you just come out of Megan's room?" And I was like, "Because I slept in Megan's room." He goes, "Oh." I was like, "No, you're about to see something." So I open the door, and it is a disaster in my room. Somehow, his bed is off of its frame, on the ground, slanted like a hill. And like my closet's fucked up because my boy was going ham. I'm glad the guitar didn't snap in half. The guitar was just there on the ground. And then Colton goes, "What happened?" I'm like, "This nigga chopped down trees and said timber at 3 a.m. Okay? And then he wakes up. He's like, and she wakes up too. He's like, "What happened?" He looks around. He's like, "Holy shit, why is the room a mess?" I was like, "Did you not just see? Do you not remember what you did with your long schlong? Like, you fucked the room up." He goes, "Oh, my bad. I'll pay. I'll clean up your like closet. I'll pay for like the cleaning." I'm like, "That's good, but like that's good and all, but like, who's this?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, what was your name again?" She goes, "My Maria, like, why am I in your room? And I'm like, holy shit, is this what drunk people do? That was my first ever experience with drunk people. I was so confused. She was so confused. Everyone was so confused. Everyone was so confused. And then she like quietly gets up, looks like that real awkward look, and just like leaves the room to go to her room. And she apparently lives upstairs. I didn't know this until after this famous day. Uh, so my roommate, he's apologizing. He's like, "Where did you sleep?" I was like, "I slept in Megan's room." And then Megan's roommate, Rana comes in. She goes, "You really fucked her up, huh?" Look at this room. I'm like, it's Cole to take off his shoes. I'm like, Cole, I think you want to keep your shoes on. He goes, why? I'm like, because he fucked her right where you're standing, by the doorway. And he goes, what is it infected? I was like, probably your closet. You got lucky. I was not lucky. I was the unlucky one. He's like, wait, Kevin, like, you were in the room while he was fucking? And then John was like, you were in the room while I was fucking? And I was like, yeah, you rammed the fuck out of her, and you woke me up because your bed was shaking the dresser, would shake my bed, and I was on top of the bunk. And he was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Dude, it's okay, man. But next time you do it, just make sure when you want a lumberjack, you just let me know." So that became the terminology. When he wants to be the lumberjack, I go play house somewhere else. That is the famous timber story. That was freshman year. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Tell a story everywhere now.